Hi, I'm John Serba, MLive.com film critic. Now that Deadpool is a record-breaking, certified, mother-cussing smash hit, it's time to look and see where it fits in with the rest of the X-Men movies, as in how good they are. So I ranked all 8 of them from worst to best because it's the trendy but highly enjoyable thing to do. So this will probably all change when X-Men Apocalypse opens later this year, but here goes. Anyway, number 8, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Big, dumb, dull, dark, brooding, not intense, poorly directed. Wolverine looking up to the heavens, yelling, "No! Get it out of my face." Notably, this introduced Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, who would go on to star in his own much better movie, which wasn't that difficult of a thing to do. Number 7, X-Men The Last Stand, or X-Men 3. First time through, I guess I enjoyed this enough. I mean, it's from Hollywood hack director Brett Ratner. He wraps up the first trilogy, but it ultimately doesn't hold up very well. Clunks through the Phoenix storyline, and the big finale is really loud and overwrought even for this series. Number 6, The Wolverine. There is plenty of promise for this one, which used a terrific 1980s comic series by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller as a springboard, but it doesn't even come close to having that story's strength and impact. It starts pretty well, gets deep into the Wolverine character, and then ends with a big stupid robot battle. Get that out of my face, too. Number 5, X-Men Days of Future Past. I wasn't as high on this one as a lot of people were who proclaimed this one to maybe be the best of the series. You know, Bryan Singer returned to it, but I found it overstuffed and overly dramatic. It also confirmed my Wolverine fatigue, especially with Hugh Jackman in the role. Number 4, X-Men, the first film from 2000. This one doesn't hold up that well either, but frankly, the excitement I felt 16 years ago, seeing all these characters alive on the screen for the first time, is still pretty palpable. Principal cast, Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Anna Paquin, Famke Janssen, works pretty darn well, and it also features the best bad line from the series. Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else. Wah. Number 3, X-Men First Class. The interaction between the young Magneto, played by Master Thespian Michael Fassbender, and young Charles Xavier, played by James McAvoy, makes this the most dramatically compelling out of all the X-Men movies. I like the retro period piece setting, and although the action sequences, kind of basic, not great considering the talent of Kick-Ass director Matthew Vaughn, who directed Kick-Ass. I'm not saying he is kick-ass. Sometimes he is. Anyway, number 2 is Deadpool. Speaking of kicking ass, I'm fresh off this one, so still bristling and funny in my mind. The deconstructionist self-commentary, the un-PC comedy, Ryan Reynolds' flippant and sarcastic line readings, and the gratuitous violence, all of it deployed as a response to all the squeaky clean superhero movies we've seen for so many years. We'll see if it holds up, but for now, I like it. Number 1, X-Men 2, X2. I think the consensus is this is up there with Days of Future Past as the strongest one. I like it better for being the best representation of the X-Men I remember as a comic book reader in the 80s. The direction, performances, and action sequences are uniformly strong. The story nicely balances the progression of the characters with the larger conflict, which is both political and visceral. Thanks for watching.